Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to first start off by saying that I am aware that it has been a minute since I last uploaded a video, but this was the first time that I had ever sewn with this type of fabric. And, with this fabric, you can't really pin it or it's going to leave a mark. And if you sew, you want to make sure that you sew it right the first time, because if you have to take out those stitches, those holes that the needle went through to make those stitches are going to stay there. So, I was trying to figure out, would I be able to use paper clips? Would I tape? And it just it took up a lot of time trying to sit there and think of what was I going to do to not have those pin marks. But eventually I came to the realization that this was not really going to be worn by anybody, and it wasn't going to be used for anything. I wasn't going to grade for it. It was just like a look that I was wanting to make. And so if it had pin marks, it wasn't the end of the world. I don't think it's anything you can really see. And also, just thinking about Catwoman, it's like, she's not perfect. She is rough around the edges. So, you know, once getting through that, I was able to, get some work done and actually take steps to move forward in this. But, it's a process. So we're getting through it. This first seam that you're seeing being done is definitely the seam that I was most worried about. I think it had the biggest opportunities for mess ups due to the opposing curves and the amount of pins that needed to be used. But once I got through that and it was done and it came out fine, I think the rest of the process went pretty smoothly. So I somehow misplaced the video where I sewed the neckband and the shoulder seams together, but it's nothing too exciting that you missed. So now I'm going to install the zipper in the center back seam, and that's what you're going to see here. I'm going to switch to my zipper foot, and then I'm just going to quickly double check to make sure that I have the right one installed. Sewing the zipper was another tedious step in this look. I don't know if there's anyone out there who really enjoys sewing zippers, but I definitely do not like that part. But I got it done, and there's just so many, things that can go wrong when doing zippers, and there's so many steps, but at the end of the day, I mean, I had to do it, so. Here's a quick glimpse of the finished zipper, and then I'm going to pin from the end of the zipper to the bottom of the bodysuit and sew that closed. And now the back pieces are closed, and it's one piece. I am now going to sew the sleeve into the armhole, and then once that is done, I will sew from the hip to the armpit to the wrist so that it closes the side all in one seam. Once this was done, I just repeated the process on the other side. And from this point, I'm just going to measure the leg openings and from there make a binding. That way they have a clean finish to them. So I serged the binding onto the leg opening first, and then from there I'm going to move to my sewing machine and I will flip it over and stitch it down. So I had actually just sewn the seam allowance from the leg opening and the binding down towards the binding side. And now I'm actually flipping it over and sewing it down to finish it, which makes it look like this. I then went back and top stitched the center back seam so that it laid flat, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.